Small supernatural benefits bone charms. Locate them by listening to the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charm section of the journal. My controller's vibrating like fucking crazy. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like windows of a house. From the kitchen, I can see out into the garden, where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt, where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street, where the neighbors are all setting fire to their crack houses, barricading themselves inside to smoke that rock. That rock, motherfucker. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. Ooh. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are whacking off, are playing a game with an old man. Oh yes, they were. Ho ho. The first 2 are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking his dry, old ribs to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. What the fuck? No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people, and we fucked in every room of the house. And it was freaky, yo. Vera Moray, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even. Your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best, yo. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said. And he was just barely a man, so young, so eager in the sack, because I was a cougar, you know. So young, pointed out the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand. All my friends. I was the only one, dearie. Wet with his paint. Glistening. Oh, it was, dearie. I was so hot for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings and cocaine. My husband and I weren't always at home. No. We traveled together, he and I, to the different sex clubs in Mexico, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even, all the way to the red cliffs of Pandasia, to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves. I let him crawl through my cave, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, and we did come, dear, many times, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home. I needed a good bone. I hid them from my dear husband. He couldn't know that he didn't satisfy me anymore. Then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. It wasn't still with me, dearie. Ho, ho, ho. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me. Make me another present. And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now. My little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword, almost as long as his shiny penis. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and glean. My dear old husband was always tired. I fucked him raw. I made him soup, and then he was sick. Better bones was all. For my little mute boy, carved in the name of the one with black eyes. And after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. All the memories of the sex in all those different rooms made me depressed and horny. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have them, dearie. Have tea! My special sex tea! Especially those rude louts in Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman, just trying to make her way. But not the meddling that I prefer. Oh no. In the end we'll be together with him, you and me in the dreary night, with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. Alright. White rats?
Somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time. Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife. Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound, they all go in.
Good. Shit. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I'm going to save the game here and take a break. Well, for the night. So I'm going to, if I have time tomorrow, I'll come back to this or Sherlock Holmes just to mix things up. So, good night. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back soon with more Mass Effect, which I'm still, cranking out and uploading to YouTube, and recording this. So, night night.